in the last couple of months here, scaling up One Price, getting the lead generation figured out. I'd love to just kind of inform the audience, like what you're doing before you found me, and like how we started together in that terms.
Yeah, so before working with Conrad, we were running cold email ourselves. However, one sort of problem we were dealing with was the quality of the lists and the list building that we were putting together. And so we were sending emails at mass, but we maybe weren't reaching the right audience with the right information. And so when we started working with Conrad, at least Conrad used a lot of different lists, data tools. Peaker, one of the tools that he's been building, worked really well for us. And so we were able to build these soup targeted lists, but also include relevant data such as SEMrush, traffic. If they use Stripes, that's a tool that we integrate with. So the quality of the lists that we made was a huge reason to sort of just get started with Conrad. And then
Yeah.
from so good.
Yeah, so I remember when we first started, this is actually something that some of the other prospects that like I talked to before I work with people, like there was like a full service engagement that we could have worked out from the beginning, as well as there's typically consulting that I do on the go-to-market side, right? And you guys actually ended up doing the go-to-market consulting first before kind of like escalating into the full service. Could you just like kind of describe your experience there? Like, what did you really learn? What did you find valuable? Because we really went in depth. So I kind of taught you a lot of things there. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, cold email is one thing, but then having a system to consistently, I guess, kind of capture the demand that we're generating was something that we needed to develop. And so when it comes into the sales scripts, the lead magnets, we've developed some sort of ROI calculators that helped us show the value of what our product could do. So when it came to all the systems and the structure, Conrad was super helpful to sort of get us up to speed on what was working there. And that ultimately allowed us to continue to scale together over time.
yeah, yeah. So like you learned a lot, like how we're doing list building, how the strategy of sales enablement works. Like I think you guys like implemented additional salespeople at some point as well, right? Um,
Yep.
and like how does that experience like during when you actually went from the consulting and you understood why we're doing what we're doing and how you could position the rest of your team when we transition to full service, like what was the biggest unlock for you on that side?
The biggest unlock was just a systems-based approach, and we knew that when we had so much demand to deal with, that we had to bring in people to support that demand. But it was the prep work that we did in advance that allowed us to, when we did bring on a salesperson, successfully bring that person into the system and could handle the sales opportunities and not have as long of a onboarding process as we needed. So I think having the foundation set allowed us to scale much more efficiently than had we have tried to do that without it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you scaled up a lot. Do you mind talking more about like I guess more specifics or broad ranges of like the ROI or the amount of revenue generated from our efforts?
Yeah. So I mean, in terms of ROI, don't really have the exact numbers, but some days over 10 meetings booked a day, consistent lead generation every week, and so yeah, it's been a clear value add into our system since we kind of took off with all these, I guess, the full sales motion that we've been running together.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. So I guess last question here is to somebody watching this video, maybe that isn't working with me right now, what would be your kind of final message of this video?
I'd say, have a conversation with Conrad, and when you really pick his brain, you can see there's layers to the game that maybe you're not aware of. And so I think working with someone that could be steps ahead of your current situation is always valuable. But yeah, very dependable. Results are very clear, and communications has been great. So yeah, I recommend just hopping on a call, and then assuming that goes well, you guys can take it from there.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Ryan, thank you so much. I'm gonna end this now here and then talk to you soon.
Perfect. Thanks,
All right,
Connor.
see ya.